Hey, so it turns out that nature isn't all pretty views and cuddly endangered mammals. It actually makes you cold, hard cash. Does this sound like a commercial to you? Well, here's a pitch on this episode of Polyscienced. Today, we're talking about ecosystem services, the concept that nature produces services that we benefit from. Longhand for nature makes us money. $125 trillion of money every year, at least according to a 2014 study. If we can regulate these resources sustainably, we can benefit from them indefinitely, or that's the theory. But spoiler alert, we kinda don't, and that's going to bite us in the butt economically as well as ecologically for future generations and for you and me right now. Okay, let's jump right into this concept, shall we? Pun intended. Nature. We love it, we need it, but it's getting smaller and more polluted every day. I was just doing research in South Florida's Indian River Lagoon when I ran into this mess. Stretches of water contaminated with fecal coliform bacteria, aka poop water. Apologies for the shoddy footage. As you'd expect, I was kind of reluctant to stick my hand in the water and get it contaminated. If we just use tired arguments for the protection of our environment, like it's beautiful, or cute animals, or we need it to survive, that won't turn many heads, and this kind of thing will become more common. Thankfully, scientists and economists have recently worked together to view nature in a different lens, that lens being how nature helps our wallets and our economy. But how do you determine the value of nature? Is a tree worth more than a piece of coral? That's a question Costanza and his team asked way back in 1997 and later in 2014. They made a list of benefits ecosystems give people, including food, water, and air filtration. They then sourced dozens of studies into a meta-analysis, or compilation study. These experiments typically summed these services into per meter or per hectare per year units, making it relatively easy to cross-reference and compare. For example, coral provides $352,250 per hectare per year, whereas temperate forests provide approximately $5,000 per hectare per year. By compiling studies that estimate specific services in different ecosystems, Costanza was able to create an estimate of global services at approximately $125 trillion per year, almost double the global GDP of $75 trillion. Costanza did make it clear that ecosystems should not be treated solely as monetary units. Without nature, we wouldn't exist. So that, in a sense, is priceless. Ecosystem services, he argues, makes it abundantly clear that the choice of the environment versus the economy is a false choice. Sources for the video are below. Thanks so much for watching.